Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. We are now live. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh, shit.
Hello. Don't swear in the first 5 seconds of the show. Jesus. Like, it gets us into trouble of... Literally, YouTube tells you, do not swear within the first 7 seconds. That was like 3.5 seconds in. So, anyway, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Extreme Improv Extreme YouTube channel, as well as the Geek Battle YouTube channel, and all of the other platforms that you can watch us on, including X and others. Twitch, we're on Twitch. Just make sure you'll be able to hear a
podcast
version. What?
Zed.
Is it? I mean, we have an X.
Yeah, but why? Why do we have an X and not a Z? Right. So anyway, on that note, we have some fantastic people on the show tonight. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things. There is today the trailer for Captain America 4 dropped. We can have a look at it. We can't play the audio obviously, but we'll take a look at it and react to it. There's other new things. There's new stuff. There's Gladiator 2 that's got a trailer out as well. There's new set photos of Superman Legacy and some potential spoilers for the plot, which I may hold off or may just give my thoughts on, and so much more. So with this, let's meet everyone on tonight's show in our introductions round, where they'll be on the quest for an extra point. Now, apparently, I'm not supposed to jibber jabber because, oh shit, Nick has something on his mind. Nick.
Hey, how are you guys? My random geek fact of the day would be that I don't have one.
-3 points. Right. Okay. So, Nick, what you said though that you wanted to discuss something.
Yeah, I have a discussion point. If you had to cast an American actor for Doctor Who would it be?
Over my dead body. Moving on. So, continuing the introductions. Dave,
No.
say hello to
I
the
actually
people.
want to have this conversation.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure. Look, as they briefly said in Terminator 3, talk to the hand. Ain't gonna happen. Dave.
Terminator 3 never happened. You're right.
Hang on, Nick. Unfortunately, your mic's just become muted. Dave, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people. I am Dave MC here in Paris, France, and my geek fact. So, in the Acolyte series, we've seen the Quirrell, whose helmet is made of a material in Star Wars called cortosis. It's almost the same as Beskar. Beskar, however, is stronger. Cortosis is actually used as a material to disrupt lightsabers. It's mostly used in daggers. It's never really used for armor because it's not as strong as something like Beskar or Durasteel armor. So, but Cortosis can not just it turns them off, turns lightsabers off, but it discharges all energy in Star Wars.
I'm not going to lie, everything you just said is turning me off as well. Right, so bonus point there.
This is why I don't come on this show very often now, because I just get insulted.
Look, I'm on a roll here. You should be on the show more often. That way, the ratio of insults, I have to condense it, don't I?
Because you need Brits when Americans talk about, oh, if you want American as Doctor Who.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Brits and Americans, Capelfave, say hello to the people.
Hail from the land of leopards and elephants and crocodiles, and how's my audio? I didn't get to check it first. Is it good?
It's okay. It's reasonable.
It's all right.
Okay.
No, it's terrible.
My random geek fact for today, which I just learned a little bit more, like half an hour before, when Russell Crowe was in the Sistine Chapel or some sort of chapel, the important chapel that has all the artwork in. He was actually there and there was no one else. And usually they don't turn on the big lights to show the paintings because it would damage it. So they only use natural light to actually show the paintings. But they do turn on the big lights for the Pope. So he can actually clearly view the paintings more clearly. But when Russell Crowe went there, they did turn that on and show him everything. And he was really surprised that they did that. And he asked why? And he said, "Dear Maximus, you are the Emperor of Rome."
That's very good.
Gladiator.
My biggest takeaway from that, Cap, is that the Pope is destroying the Sistine Chapel slowly but surely. Unbelievable.
He doesn't go there often.
Well, he should do. Right, Diz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Diz from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Got a new YouTube channel there, Back-ish Utopia. If you're into comic books, check it out on YouTube. I got a new episode up. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up and the nods and everything. My random geek fact is something that actually has been a topic of discussion over there on the channel, and that is Marvel Comics have always been woke. They've always been progressive. A lot of people think they've just gotten progressive lately, and that's some BS. So Stan Lee was a big proponent of equal rights and civil rights and all that stuff, and they've been doing that stuff since the 60s. So shut the hell up, you morons. It's always been progressive.
Okay, thank you very much, Diz. Now, Diz, I am going to comment that I'm slightly disappointed. When I saw that your channel was called Back-ish Utopia, I thought it was going to help me with my lumbar region. But
well, you know, if you bend, I tell you what, David, if you will bend over backwards and stick your head up your own ass, I think that'll help.
Yeah, okay, fantastic.
I thought we were still doing insults.
No, absolutely. When did we ever stop? Now, speaking of insults, Nick, let's come back to your question a second. Does anyone have an answer for an American that should play Doctor Who?
Oh, I do.
Living or dead?
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey is Doctor Who.
That would be
God.
that's a frightening prospect there.
Oh,
and he's Canadian.
okay.
There's only one choice, and that is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's an American.
Get into the TARDIS now! Get back to the TARDIS!
Get to the chopper!
Get to the TARDIS.
Yeah, where the Daleks?
Come with me if you want to relive the last 10 days.
Daleks, you are being terminated.
So I have my two people that I would choose to be an American actor who
I
plays
thought you might.
Danny DeVito.
Danny
no.
DeVito. Oh, okay, hang on. You're starting to give me
My two actors are Samuel L. Jackson, because of course,
Yeah.
and then my other one, unfortunately, he passed away a couple years ago. Would have been fuck, I forgot his name. His name Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman is British.
He's British.
Oh, he's British.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any American who would ever play Doctor Who, it is Alan Rickman. He is the best American job.
I mean, I've been Mr. Cooper German.
He already proved it with all of those British parts he played. You know, like he famously played the Englishman Hans Gruber. You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
But can you guys just picture a Samuel L. Jackson as Doctor Who?
No, that would be awful.
So,
I will strike down upon thee with furious anger for those who question my Time Lord.
I can, because we've already had
so
a
sick
Samuel
of
Jackson.
these motherfucking Daleks on this motherfucking spaceship.
What?
I don't want to say that one because I don't know.
But then, because the TARDIS has a translation matrix, so if it breaks one time, you're gonna go English. Do you speak it?
Hang on a second. We've actually already had a Samuel L. Jackson type performer as Doctor Who, Peter Capaldi. I mean, he's famously foul-mouthed from what was the name of the show?
And they're both Scottish. You're right.
Well, no. So if you're looking for somebody that was foul-mouthed and ill-used in that capacity as Doctor Who, Peter Capaldi was an excellent choice. I think he was a great doctor. He got some crappy scripts, just like Jodie Whittaker got some crappy scripts, just like what's his name? Mfume. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
Which one?
One?
Yeah,
A new one.
In Shute. Who's the new guy?
Shooty.
Shooty. Yeah. He's got some shooty scripts, like Space Babies was possibly the worst thing ever put to film.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
What about Will Smith as Doctor Who?
That could work.
He tried to insert his kids in as the TARDIS crew.
That will do. Yeah, oh my gosh. I don't think Captain American do justice to playing the Doctor.
No.
Now, wait a minute. What about... so I said Danny DeVito. What about anybody from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Each of them would bring something...
I don't watch that show. I couldn't comment.
Oh,
But
you
Jeff
definitely should watch that
Goldblum.
show. Oh, Jeff
okay.
Jeff
It just occurred to me.
Jeff Goldblum is the Doctor.
Time
Goldblum
away.
would be absolutely perfect.
If Doctor Who had truly been American, at some point it would have been Jeff Goldblum. At some point it would have ended up as Nicolas Cage.
Yes! Yes!
You'd be good. You'd be good.
I'm for that one. I am for that one.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, and can you imagine the crossover, like 70th anniversary special, where Nicolas Cage's Doctor and Jeff Goldblum's Doctor interact?
Yeah.
Put the screwdriver down. Put the screwdriver down.
Put the screwdriver back in the box.
No, not the toilet! Ah!
Oh, wow. No, it's an interesting thing that I pray will never ever happen. But yeah.
Yep. I just want it to end right now.
No, I just want them to make it better.
Well, it's the thing. It's
Look,
at the moment it's not going to get better. At the moment we're in a crisis where it needs to go in the back in the box for 10 years, and then everyone will forget what just happened, and then we bring it back out after 10 years, and then
I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it.
Stop bringing back old enemies and stop shoehorning shit into it.
I don't mind that if they do it well, but this is how they fix it, right? The new season comes on, they're like, oh, they've been secretly filming it. The opening shot, the Pandorica opens, Matt Smith sits there, Amy then says, are you okay, Doctor? He said, I just had a terrible nightmare, and then they continue onwards.
Thank you. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
It's perfect.
I'm going to say, fuck you.
Wouldn't that will be Luke Skywalker's line as well for the sequel series? Oh God, I just had a nightmare, Leia.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen?
Oh, sorry.
Have you guys seen the Star Wars filibuster at the end of Park and Rec, done by Patton Oswalt?
Yes.
That's what that reminded me of right now. The Pandorica opening, and then you see I could have totally gone to that. Whenever you have 10 minutes to spend, watch this clip. It is bloody brilliant.
Okay, Cap?
I want to bring things back to the Gladiator. Mainly, did I get my point for the fact? And we can talk about the trailer later.
I did give you a point. I don't know if it was earned, but I definitely gave you one.
Did you
So,
not
what do you guys
think
think about? What do you guys think about the new Gladiator thing?
Know
The
nothing
trailer, I
about
thought it was
Gladiator and yeah.
Who here has seen the trailer for Gladiator? I can try to bring it up, and we can take a look at it, obviously, without the
I have
sound.
not seen it at all.
It has Denzel Washington.
Denzel
Yeah?
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anyone else well known in it? Because I'll be honest, obviously Russell Crowe
Pedro
declined to
Pascal.
return for the
Pedro
sequel.
Pascal.
I do
Pedro
love
Yeah, that's it. I
Pascal
was trying to remember who was in
in
it.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
In everything.
Basically,
Mandalorian is going to the Gladiator pits, baby.
Fascinating.
isn't that basically Mando? Isn't Mando basically Gladiator?
No, he's
No.
well, he's more of a Mandalorian's about,
One's a bounty hunter with a child, and the other one was about an idiot who lost his family.
I don't know
so
what
anyway,
you said.
I'm bringing up the protection shield. So now we can play it without getting dinged, but I need to make sure it's muted. So the opening shot is Denzel Washington, and then it says the trailer starts now, which is some weird new trend they have. And so that, I assume, is the son of Maximus. It shows Russell Crowe in a flashback. And
Wait, didn't he die? The son of
yes, that's
Maximus.
why he's in a flashback. It's just a clip of the old film. Spoilers, Dave. 20-year-old spoilers. 25-year-old spoilers. Jesus.
Oh wow.
Is this actually coming out in theaters, or is this just a Netflix thing?
Oh no, it's I think it's Ridley Scott. They're not going to put that straight to Netflix. So and look, Denzel Washington. You know, maybe Denzel does Netflix,
Wait, what
but
the
there are
fuck?
some actors that should just stay as cinema exclusives, and Denzel
Hold
is
on,
one
I'll
of
be
them.
right back, guys.
What the fuck is that shit?
Well, that dude.
What?
No,
Yeah,
no,
he's
no.
obviously the new Joaquin Phoenix guy.
The
Boats.
thing is that there has been talks that Washington might get the role of Hannibal on a series, and again, I'm up for it because he's a good actor. He will probably nail any role that he gets.
Okay, has there ever been a bad Denzel Washington film? Like, I'm not saying all of them are blockbusters, but I think he
The only
makes.
one, the only one I've
anything
seen Denzel Washington in is The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
You didn't like that?
I didn't really like it, no.
No, well, yeah, it wasn't great, but I remember, like, I've only watched it the once, you know, so that says something. But I don't remember thinking, oh, I'd never watch that again.
There's
Yeah.
one
Those
with
action
Mark
films he does,
Wahlberg,
he's
I think.
like-
There's one with Mark Wahlberg, which I didn't really enjoy. I kind of skipped through the film, and I don't remember much of it.
Yeah. So look, I'll be honest. This very much just looks like the first Gladiator again.
Yeah.
But what's the premise? What's the
Well, it's
The
it's
plot.
Roman times, right? So, there is still like Roman leaders, and they'll still put people into the arena. They'll have a battle. This one has a rhino in it, so
Oh, wow.
I think that's basically it. You know, he's the son of the murdered father of a murdered wife or whatever. He probably gets
And he will have his vengeance in this
Yeah,
life or the
exactly.
next.
We've done that.
Yeah, but they're going to do it again, Dave.
I think it's been a while since we've had a big epic like this that isn't fantasy. So obviously, as soon as this came out, we got the likes of Troy and whatever the heck else we got. They were all meant to be like jumping on the bandwagon of Gladiator. And
We
then
got
as soon as
Troy and Alexander.
yeah, I'm sure. And then as soon as we got like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Twilight, they were like, "Oh my god, we can do these big battles." Vampires and werewolves and stuff.
What?
So, yeah, go on.
I was gonna say that the I want to say it's the Emperor. It's not the Emperor, but the guy in the white robes with the red hair. He reminds me of the little kid king from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's obviously what they're going for.
Joffrey?
Joffrey, yeah.
He just looks
He reminds me of Joffrey.
like an older Joffrey. Because they
I
always.
think-
But that's what, like, Joaquin Phoenix's character in the first one was just like a character in that same mold.
It's a thing
I'm just
with
like-
like. So it's
like-
a
I'm
thing
just
that
like-
whenever you get a good emperor, and then the next one is probably going to be a shitty one. It's like the son destroys the legacy of the father. It usually happens because they're great emperors, but they turn out to be terrible dads. So that happens.
It's like the every other decade theory.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you come up with like a good point as well. But like I think it absolutely is a thing where you'll get like the emperors who they're usually presented as people that have power rather than that they are like necessarily powerful. And so I think every cinema emperor has just always been in the mold of the greatest one on screen of all time,
Yeah.
Kenneth Williams as Julius Caesar. They're literally all in the mold of him. And they've taken his character, his characterization, and then they take away the laughs. They don't play it for laughs. And then it is literally, when you look at the likes of Joffrey or Joaquin Phoenix and this dude that's going to be in this new one, they are all basically Kenneth Williams as Julius Caesar in Carry On Cleo. Infamy, they've all got it infamy. Cap.
Well, you're not gonna go ahead, Cap.
The one thing I will say, because like Dave brought up Joffrey, another hit series is currently going right now is House of the Dragon, which I've been enjoying a lot. We got a good dragon fight this episode. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but again, it's a good
spoiler.
dragon fight.
Dragons fighting it. No.
In House of the Dragon.
Yes! Can you believe it?
That's
Well,
like when
the
someone
thing-
told me the film The Hobbit was about a hobbit.
What's the
Yeah,
Hobbit?
but you think. Yeah, but you think so. But when you start watching House of the Dragon season 2, it starts off very laggy. Like, there's one stupid thing that doesn't happen. Like, you kind of have to. It's good writing, so you will be engaged. They've written the show pretty well, so you'll be engaged with the characters and everything. But mainly, you want to see dragons fight, but you only see that in episode 4. But it's a good one. It's worth the wait. It's worth the payoff.
Okay, yeah, no, I still need to catch up from season 2 of Game of Thrones before I get to House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
I need to do season 1.
Let's go watch season 8.
You're still on season 8.
No,
Okay,
don't
so
watch.
what is the deal with like, is he just never going to write it? So what is his
He's
name?
working on it. George R.
He's
R.
been
Martin.
working on it for 11 years.
Yes.
George
It's
R. R.
now-
Martin.
Yeah, I saw a thing. It's now outlasted the Confederacy, and just like the Whig political party. He's been working on this damn thing forever.
Okay, so look, I remember when this was like first a thing. They were like, because look, when the Harry Potter films started, not all of the books were out yet. It happened.
Right.
When Game of Thrones started, it became a thing. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? Are they going to have to take a pause because the final 2 books? There's still at least 2 books that aren't out. And then when it was announced, well, the series is going to continue and show you basically the story that's planned before the books come out. And then I know everyone hated the last season. Did he just think like, well, what's the point now?
What he was. Well, see, that's a good question. Whenever I write better on a deadline, and I write better needing to have some money in the bank. So, I mean, he's got all this money coming in from residuals for the show, sales of the books. He's got no reason to write at this point. He's got there's no impetus for him to actually complete this stupid book other than people yelling at him. And who likes to write when people are yelling at you?
I mean,
there's
it's going to be another Wheel of Time that like he's going to die, and then one of his kids or something is going to end up writing the end, and it's going to fuck it up.
Yeah, but isn't Wheel of Time was written by Brian Sanders or someone who finished the last book? He's a good
which
writer.
is terrible.
Which was terrible. Wow, Nick didn't like the last book of Wheel of Time. Who knew?
I've
I
never
didn't.
read Wheel of Time.
No, I don't know it.
So my big
because
problem with the Wheel of Time, which is true, is that it's 22 books long, and it does, or 20 some odd books long, and it doesn't get good until the 5th or 6th book.
How on
Well,
earth did you get that far?
Yeah, that's a good point.
My older brother had read it, and he was like, you need to keep reading, it gets really good.
What? Okay, well,
His brother
a
said,
broader point.
Keep reading it. It'll probably get good.
Go on, Diz.
A broader point is that this happens to a lot of series, right? Like Dune. Frank Herbert wrote, 3 or 4 Dune books, then he died, and then his kid, it's profitable, so his kid takes it over. The publisher wants it to keep going. Even Tolkien, he wrote The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and he had all these other notes, and the publisher smelled money, so he had his son come along and finish Silmarillion and some of those other things. And then, of course, you've got the Battlefield Earth decology from L. Ron Hubbard, which he died like 3 books in, and then the Church of Scientology said, oh, no, he had all these books written beforehand. And they changed dramatically after he died. They just kept cranking them out. They had some low-level functionary in the church keep writing the books. So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that Martin, he's not a healthy man, if you look at him. There's a good chance he'll die before he finishes the book. And is that even the last book? Was that supposed to be the last book?
No, I think it's 2 more, I think.
There's a video of the Rap Zone where George R. R. Martin, the reason why he hasn't finished his book is because he made a deal with the devil, and he can only claim his soul that if he finishes this is the last book, and that's why he will never write it.
Well,
so it's a real devil down the Georgia story.
Cap and I did a thing on Discworld, which how many books were in that series, Cap?
41.
41, and he got Parkinson's and passed away, and Well, Cap knows more about it than I do, but I don't think anybody is engaged in continuing those books, are they?
I don't think so, because like he kind of contains the story well in each book. It takes place in the same universe, but the stories kind of end. So there's no like big twist. If the turtle's gonna bang another turtle, that's not a thing that people been looking for. It's very self-contained. It usually with the things that the story's actually a continuation and it hasn't wrapped up yet. That's where people get like picky about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Discworld is very self-contained.
Yeah, like,
but here's the thing: like, if you take a look at
when did Terry Pratchett die? It's not even that long, really, is it?
No.
2018, I think.
16, 18, 19, something like this. So I don't. Oh, someone just joined. What's just happened? Oh, Dev. Dev has joined the fray. Hello, Dev.
Hey. Nobody's Friday or 8 o'clock. That's how I just realized. I saw the chat now. I thought it was yesterday.
It was.
Welcome to
Don't worry,
yesterday.
Yeah, welcome to yesterday.
Terry Pratchett
finished his time machine.
Terry Pratchett passed away in 2015 due to a rare form of Alzheimer's. So yeah, it was 2015. But again, he wrote 41 books.
It wouldn't surprise. What's going to happen is there's going to be a ton of adaptations because hardly any of his things have been adapted into. I don't know if
they have been terribly.
There's been TV shows and things. But there's been hardly any. I swear, there's not been many live action stuff. So there's going to be all of that. At some point in the future, there will be some writer. Just because you even think of like James Bond. I remember maybe 10 years ago, there was like a new James Bond book. And it was such and such a writer writing as Ian Fleming. And so, but it's because they didn't need to do that for years because they were cranking out movies. And they were like, well, this movie takes its title from one of the chapters of this book that he'd done. And they could just come up with new scripts. But eventually they were like, why aren't we capitalizing in book form as well?
But here's the thing, guys. Like, we talked about long series, right? Warhammer 40k has a library. It technically has a library of books. And they had a continuation story of 64 books that just wrapped up the Horus Heresy. And they're still kicking it. And they do bring in different writers. They can't really stick to one writer, so they bring in different writers. Yeah, I mean, but they stick to the rules.
Well, that's a different thing, though. I mean, if your series is an anthology series and you've got different writers writing different parts, that's completely different.
Yeah,
and
it is not an anthology. It is still a continuation. It's mainly the problem is like when you bring in another writer, they will mess it up. They will kind of break the world a little bit, and you kind of make sense of the story.
Okay, so I suppose the real test is when it comes to Agatha Christie with like Poirot or Miss Marple. Have other people written that, or is it still just pure?
It's all Agatha Christie.
Is it?
Still the same.
So it's never gone to anyone else? Because I think I'm correct in saying that the most prolific writer, like author of the English language, is a guy you may not have even heard of called Frank Richards, who wrote a series of books in the UK called Billy Bunter, and it was stories of a schoolboy at Greyfriars School. And there were rumours for a long time that he was many people, similar to what they say about Shakespeare, but he proved that no, there is only one of me, and he was just this like ridiculously prolific writer. And then when he died, as soon as he died, his children just continued writing under his name, and so people could tell, well, this isn't, because they were just cranking it out, because this goes back, he died in about the 1960s, and
this
so it wasn't like you had everything. Yeah, you didn't have everything like mass reprinted and that. So the only way to keep capitalizing was to keep putting out new things rather than reprints and stuff like that. But let's go ahead, guys.
That's kind of what happened to Friedrich Nietzsche as well. Like after he became really ill, his other books were not finished by him. They were finished by his sister that he could not stand when he was like young, healthy. But he had no choice but to move in with her because like he got incredibly unhealthy. And all the weird, like well, I can't really say those stuff on YouTube, but the things like kind of the bad ideas kind of represent Nietzsche as this this one sort of forward-thinking man. That's all came from his sister, not even him. So his kind of work is much more melancholy, where it's like up to interpretation. While when his sister took over, all of his work are mainly like, yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is the lesson. So that people do mess up your work, but that's why I'm saying like the effect of Warhammer was, even though they're the continuation of a story, they have rules. Okay, they establish the world, they establish rules, and they say stick to them. Don't break it. If you're gonna break it, go through the community and stuff, and we will like check if it goes well, and they do it. That's why they overprice you for a lot of stuff.
You see, I wish they did that with Star Wars. I honestly wish they did that for Star Wars.
Yeah. I wish they did that with everything.
Although Dave wasn't here when I said this, about how with Star Wars they don't tell them It's not a concrete plan. Every director gets to do their own thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's entirely the problem. There's no. It's not like.
Yeah.
I give the MCU credit in that it's for the first Infinity Saga had a whole plan, like a broad plan as to this is where we're going, this is where we're getting to. And I was actually watching someone talking about what Star Wars could do to fix it. They could break it down into a separate universe. Like you've got I call it just say the Mandoverse, where you have like the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka, all in one place, taking place between 6 and 7. Then you have your Rise of the Empire stuff with like Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then now you've got the Acolyte, which is like age before the High Republic era. Break things down. Don't try to make everything one big. Collectively, it's one big story, but you don't need to have. Oh, you need to see Obi-Wan to understand this bit of Ahsoka, or you need to see this High Republic story to understand Episode 9.
See, this was always the philosophy of like basically the entirety of cinema. It was only the MCU that actually broke through that mold, and pretty much every other attempt to change that has to replicate that formula has failed. Like nothing other than the MCU has had this massively interconnected world. Like DC didn't manage it, the Dark Universe didn't manage it. When they were suddenly saying, "Oh, we're going to cross over Die Hard and 24 and Jump Street and Men in Black," none of these other things would make sense because you're going to diminish your audience for any of the individual things. And when it comes to Star Wars, as soon as Disney got their hands on it, they said, right, so everything before that was books and whatever else, video games, that's now legends, that doesn't count. But generally, other than like the most diehard fans, who understands that? And so when you go to the cinema, and I've mentioned this recently, and you suddenly see the new Halloween film or the new Terminator film, and it doesn't follow the continuity of the ones that the general public have seen before, they get confused. Because they're like, oh, hang on, I thought that was his sister in Halloween, or oh, I thought they killed off Sarah Connor. It's because no one's reading like the making of stuff and the interviews to understand the context of that they're splitting up and going down different continuities. When it comes to something like Batman, people have like understood, oh, it's a different Batman, it's its own story now. Or they'll be like, oh, how many times are they going to do the origin of Spider-Man because he suddenly gets bitten in the first film again? And people can understand that. But trying to say, oh, well, this is its own thing, that's its own thing, people are going to have just checked out by that stage.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because like they're kind of pointing it out as this is sequels and prequels. That's why even people get very confused. Like Spider-Man, when there's a new Spider-Man comes out, it's Spider-Man something new, baby! And they're like, yeah, okay, it's Spider-Man something new. And they go, Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, they don't even have to say it. People kind of guess that. I would say the Christopher Nolan trilogy is probably the ones like, yeah, we're doing a sequel. You probably need to catch up on a little bit. But even those movies are very self-contained movies. So...
But something like Batman can work because everyone sort of has a basic understanding of. You won't need to read a comic or see a previous film. Everyone has a basic understanding of who Batman is. In something like Warhammer or Star Wars, there's a whole treasure trove of things that you should know about You know, who's the Empire? Who's the Imperium of Man? You know, that, you know, understand the basics of lore, and try. And if you, and in cinema's case, you've got to try and get all this information out, but make it understandable. You know, like condense the information, but make it known to everybody. Oh, this is how this person's supposed to be. Oh, this is why they worship this god. You know, that sort of thing.
See,
go ahead.
Sorry, David, you just reminded me. There are actually 2 shared universes that did work. View-Askeverse, which is the Clarks and the Jay and Silent Bob universe.
Wait, the Jay and Silent Bob, that doesn't count as working, Dev. Come on, right? That was just. You have to go to Jay and Silent Bob for it to work. Then whatever, you can take that one.
And the other one is Machete.
Oh, what the? Is
Machete
that what?
universe.
Remind me, what is the Machete universe? Is that just one of
It's-
those trailers? Like?
It's a series of movies that are not connected, apart from Machete appearing all of them, including Spy Kids.
Wait, Spy Kids is the Machete girl?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
He's their uncle.
Yeah, but like he doesn't have a machete in it.
Yes, he does.
Wait,
He's
a
their
minute, I
uncle.
need to look this up.
It's Spy Kids.
It's PG. It's PG. You can't have a machete in a PG movie.
Wait a minute,
Spy
I need
Kids
to
is
check
its
out
own-
his.
it's its
like,
You
own
can. It
universe.
just wouldn't be used as a weapon.
Yeah,
Wait
cut a
a
big
minute.
sandwich or something.
I would love if that would be the greatest cinema thing in history if he was the same character with the same name. Okay, so
He's the
my
uncle.
God.
It's not the same name. It's not
What
the
is it?
same
Is
name.
it is it the uncle who's not the uncle, or is it the actual uncle?
No, actual uncle.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Jesus, he's done so many. He was in Clerks as well, right? Or Clerks or whatever. Right. Let's have a look.
So Clark's
my
is
God,
part
he's
of the
done
Machete
thousands of
verse.
films. I've been scrolling for 3 minutes and I'm only up to 2022.
Bloody
Just
hell.
Google Spy Kids. Just Google Spy Kids.
Yeah, but
Just
okay,
Google
okay,
Spy Kids Machete.
okay. I'm
Danny
doing
Trejo
it.
Machete. Spy Kids.
Okay, hang on. Okay, right. Okay, wait. From 2001 to 2003, Trejo appeared in the Robert Rodriguez-directed Spy Kids franchise as Isidore Machete Cortez. In 2010, he reprised his role as Machete in the spin-off exploitation action film Machete as the protagonist. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I
So
never realized.
wait. Whoa. So this guy who plays Machete has played Machete in almost every film he does.
Yeah.
Son
Wow.
of a bitch.
Oh my God, he was in the Halloween remake. Imagine if he was Machete in that as well. And he was like the one that killed Michael Myers.
Or killed by a machete.
I can't remember. He does get killed by Michael in it, but I forget how.
He gets beaten up in toilet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They should have had a
Right.
machete. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, but like it depends when that was made. That was about 2008, maybe. Probably before he'd done
Rob Zombie,
Machete.
yeah, 2008, 2009, maybe.
something like that. Something like that. Okay, so guys, something we look. I do have. There is going to be an extreme improv show because we had the live show last night. Had to like cram this in here. So we still got time. But what I'm saying is, at this point, we still got quite a few minutes. We haven't spoken about the Captain America 4 Brave New World trailer. So I'll bring it up on
I've not
YouTube.
seen it,
You'll
so-
watch it if you haven't seen it. But we can react to it.
Also, David, I don't know if anyone's pointed it out. The title of the stream is wrong.
Title of the stream is wrong.
You said July
It's
4th.
got the wrong date.
Oh shit, I don't care. Right, who cares? I'll just change it later. You're right.
It's
I
4th of
usually
July
update
somewhere.
today. Yeah. No, look. Yeah, exactly. It's always 4th of July in my heart. But no, thank you for pointing that out. Right. Okay. So let's bring up the stream. Oh no, can't show it. Got to bring up the Justice League field. So
Wait, can't you show like little bits and snippets, and then we stop it and comment on it?
you
That's
know
what
what?
those music people do.
When I've done that in the past, just to give the
Yeah.
context to this, like I put too elaborate a thing here, so I need to just make it best so you can see things better, right? But I showed like an 8-second clip of Ronaldo handing the Undertaker wrestler like some cup, or vice versa, and like I got like a copyright thing, so I'm super wary until I work it out. But anyway,
Okay.
like I wish I could find somewhere, if anyone watching or if you guys know the actual guidelines. So there we see Harrison Ford as General Ross, now President Ross, and look, they put in a thing here. Thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm getting used to the new look. What a reference that is, right?
And then he says,
they told me to
shaved the
lose the mustache or lose the election. So
That's
you know,
funny little. That's
it's
a
a
funny
nice
little
little
joke
nod
there.
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Making Captain
He's gonna be a
America
bad
a
guy.
military position. See, here's the problem though, because what can Sam Wilson do to go against it? He isn't a super soldier.
He's not.
So this is going to be interesting, just on the facts that they take away his wings, and then what can he really do? Now, here's the other thing. I forget the character's name. You guys, Isaiah something. They just said.
That's Isaiah Bradley. He was
Isaiah
the first-
There you go. Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They introduced this character as like a Captain America from the same era as like World War II, and clearly he's just gone Winter Soldier on them.
Well, he was one of the first people to be subjected to the super soldier program, and it wasn't a complete success with him, so he was just used and cast aside. And he was a little bitter about not getting the sort of recognition that Steve Rogers got.
Mm.
But in the end of the film, like they kind of gave his like in the first series, they kind of gave his dues, right? When the end.
Yeah. Also, isn't this a nightmare if you have like epilepsy?
Well, the trailer.
Yeah, because of
Like,
all the flashing
guys,
white
if any of
lights.
you got epilepsy,
Yeah,
like,
here it comes.
tell me now, because I don't know how to contact the authorities if I don't know your location. Right. I've had just this fear of someone just like passing out on the stream, and then we can do nothing but watch.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Brave you are. Yeah, here comes the money shot. Kaboom! Right,
There
let's
it
rewind
is.
that back a second. Right, let's see if I
He's
can.
gonna be
pause
a
it.
bad guy.
Well,
Probably.
at first the
To
Red
some
Hulk
degree.
was a
Let's
bad
see if I
guy.
can
It
pause
was
it.
it was
On the
kept a
money
secret
shot.
for a long time. Well,
Yeah,
it's a
for a
long
long
time. Yeah, it was
time.
kept a secret for a
Who-
long
Look at
time.
that. We have
the
Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like we ruined the green one. Let's have a red one.
Yeah.
Do you not know about the Red Hulk cap?
I do, but I don't know like how he was made. I just saw him in the animated series and stuff, but like I don't know the origins.
So in fact, let's see if we can bring it up. Or have I
I'm
skipped it
not I'm not as versed in the Red Hulk lore, but basically, if they make it like the comic book, he absorbs energy. So he's another gamma irradiated. Yeah, he's another gamma irradiated character.
His powers work
I
with
guess
instead
they're
of it's unlike the Hulk. It's not like the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. It's the angrier he gets, the hotter he gets. So he generates more.
The hotter
heat.
he gets.
The
Now
hotter
I
he
wish
gets.
that was my power. The
It was a-
angrier
it-
he gets,
but it's
the hotter
like
I
the
get.
dangerous
So
radiation.
the more angry you get, you turn into what? Channing Tatum or something.
That's your idea of what the ultimate hotness is, Dave. Then you can
Well,
go
I'm
for
just
it.
going with that. I'm just going. That's my only
No, hang on,
reference
look,
book, you
we've
know.
just learned something about your tastes there, Dave. We've learned what
Well, David, like
anger.
wait, David,
The angrier he gets.
well, David, if that was the case, like, what if you suddenly become hot as the woman that you find the most hot as?
Well, yeah,
The
exactly.
angrier
So
you
When
get.
I get real, when I
so
get
who's
really
ex-wife?
angry, I turn to Jessica Alba. You know what I'm saying?
Not entirely. No, not entirely.
Yeah.
So now Red
I know.
Hulk can depower another Hulk. He can take their gamma away. So
Oh wow!
Isn't that what he did to Rick?
So he's basically the parasite from Superman.
No, not exactly.
No, it only works with
gamma.
Hulks.
Yeah, it's more of a
yeah,
gamma-based ability than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
He did it to Rick something, right? The Rick. A-bomb.
Rick Jones.
Yeah.
A-bomb. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But then we now have like Scar running around, Hulk's son, who is George Costanza.
Oh my god! Oh,
How dare you?
Are we just gonna keep talking about this thing until it goes away?
guys, look, so first of all, I enjoyed this trailer. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I always liked Falcon, now Captain America. It'll be interesting to see what they do with his character in a movie. I don't know if Buck is in this one.
No.
I like Harrison Ford. Usually, what he does, he plays things well. It's a shame that he gets the role under the circumstances that William Hurt passed away, obviously. But I think this will be a decent movie. I know it's had thousands of reshoots. Hopefully, it's because they've got it into good shape now. Diz?
Yeah, I also like Harrison Ford. I'm also excited about this movie. I think it's a nice return to form. Back during the Infinity Saga, that leg of the MCU, all these movies were like different takes on different genres. Like, Winter Soldier was a spy thriller, and this looks like this is going to be one of those espionage type. I don't know exactly what the genre is, but I'm really looking forward to it. The guy that plays the Falcon, he looks a lot like A-Train from The Boys. That's kind of...
He does, doesn't he?
Do you know what? I bet they cast the guy in The Boys to give... oh my gosh, like we've just got someone that's auditioned who looks like one of the guys that our characters are somewhat emulating. I know he's not a speedster like A-Train, but I'm sure that's why he got that role. Dave?
I was just gonna say that I'll follow on Diz's point. Is that it looks good. I like the effects. I like the look of it. And going on what Diz was saying, like going to what they did in like the Winter Soldier with espionage spy sort of thing. My fear is that they're doing a similar story to what they did in Winter Soldier, making Captain America an enemy of the country in a way. So my fear is that they're going to make Sam Wilson, Captain America, an enemy of America.
Well,
currently the president is the bad guy, right? He's Red Hulk, so he's going to be the bad guy.
Oh well, let me address that. There is I could do a back Utopia on this. There is an entire run of Captain America books where he is an enemy of the state. And this happened in the 70s. Cap got disillusioned by Watergate and the Vietnam War and the government lying to him and sending him on missions that were, he felt immoral and against what America stood for. And he quit. That's a recurring theme in Captain America books. He just quits. And sometimes he'll just be Steve Rogers out there doing stuff. And in this particular run that I'm thinking of, he adopted the identity of Nomad, man without a country, and a very, very bad costume. It was a blue and yellow affair. If you look it up, it's really kind of horrible.
The only character I can think of in blue and yellow is Banana Man.
Well, he does have a banana hammock.
Says Banana Man Captain America
with blue and yellow, like Superman's primarily blue, and then
the Sentry
red and
is
yellow.
blue and yellow.
Yeah,
Holy
blue and
shit!
yellow.
Like when you say blue and yellow, first image that pops in the mind, because I was at a Comic-Con.
Is Channing Tatum dressed up as a banana? I bet.
Did you find it, David? Did you find it?
Well,
Just look for
banana.
Captain America Nomad.
Yeah, Banana.
No, sorry. No, I got distracted. Okay,
Why is that not a movie?
I just saw it, and my reaction is, who let Booster Gold in the Marvel Universe?
Booster Gold, there you go.
Okay,
so
sorry, I was just going to say I found it now. So here is Captain America as Nomad.
No, that's not it.
It's
dare you,
Banana Man!
You're just
When Eric eats a banana.
When Captain America goes banana peel.
He's like a Billy Batson, but with bananas. Instead of
I have
saying
to admit, I've
Shazam,
never
he
heard
shouts
of banana
potassium.
Hey, Diz, I have a question.
Oh my god! This version of Captain America is definitely played by Channing Tatum. That's all I'm going to say.
Diz, I have
Right,
a
let's
question for you.
1 second. Here we go. It's the money shot.
Here we go,
Booyah!
go on.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Pull out.
Yep.
Wow.
That looks like a rejected costume Dick Grayson chose for Nightwing.
No, he used that one. No, he used
No,
that
it's the same costume, Dave. They just ripped the front out of it like a like
No,
a.
what was the stripper film that Channing Tatum was in?
Magic Mike.
Oh yeah,
Magic
Magic
Mike.
Mike. Look, all I imagine if someone says, "Oh, you're going to see Magic Mike," and he comes out on stage like this. That's how the film begins. Honestly.
Oh, I'd watch that.
What year was that? Was that run, Diz? Do you
I'd
know?
watch it. That was in the 70s. I don't
That
remember
explains
exactly
a lot.
what
It
year.
explains a lot.
So, Diz, I have a question. Because the Nomad I know is Jack Monroe. Who's he?
Jack Monroe. I'm not familiar with that version of Nomad.
Like,
but you know,
he was Bucky, then he became Nomad.
Oh, okay. Well, there were. They keep retconning Captain America, and during the 50s, no, of course. So Cap went in the ice in the 40s, right? During World War II, he goes in the ice, but America still needs Captain America, so they put some other poor dumb schmucks in the suit, and they also Captain America needs a Bucky, so they have some other poor schmucks become Bucky. And I don't know offhand the names of all of them, but
wait. So I get the idea that they can say, well, like Steve Rogers is old, he's dead, or whatever. He's handing off. We have a new Captain America. How can you have someone else that is the new Bucky? That was just his nickname.
Yes. Well, they just call him Bucky.
Well, but that would be like you leaving Diz and suddenly, like, Dev, you've been upgraded. You're now the new Diz.
Yeah, that's basicly it.
The
government position.
Oh, hang on, Nick is gone. Cap, do you want to be the new Nick?
Yeah, be the new Nick.
Well, the boys did it with Black Noir, so I don't know why it's.
That's right. But see, that was the whole idea. In the comic books, they had this weird. So Captain America dies, and Bucky apparently dies on that rocket, and so we still need a Captain America. So the government makes another Captain America, and Captain America needs a Bucky. It was it was like for morale. They were still fighting the war.
I did not know that Captain America and Bucky were this like dynamic duo, like Batman and Robin. Like, well, you have Captain America, well, you need the Bucky.
Sidekicks used to be huge in comic books. It's really odd to me at 58 years old that we don't still have sidekicks. I would happily go and fight crime with my toddler if my wife would let me.
In fact, I'm going to say this. DC ripped off Marvel by bringing back Red Hood. Jason Todd as Red Hood.
Say that again, Dev?
DC ripped off Marvel by bringing back Jason Todd as Red Hood.
Explain.
They brought back Bucky as Winter Soldier.
Yeah, kinda.
Maybe.
I mean, there's some. They did it a different way, though, right? I mean, it was the Cosmic Punch.
That was Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
That was genius storytelling there. Just throw his ass in a Lazarus pit. It's DC.
That's what they did in the film. That's how they did it when they did Under the Hood.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to have to begin to wrap things up in just like a minute, because it's meant to be the next show in a minute's time, unfortunately. But we will continue some of these thoughts. One of my last thoughts that I'll give is that, like, any of these movies now are kind of like pointless in the MCU because of that chick from Game of Thrones has got the powers of everyone. So who cares if there's Red Hulk? You know, she's already got his powers, like, probably. You know, so she can just. I can't even remember. Gia? Was it Gia?
No, he didn't exist. so it couldn't be Red Hulk. But I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it definitely she has his powers.
Or did he? Or did he this? Or was he a Skrull all along?
He has some of his blood, right? You know.
No,
but anyway,
it was all characters from the. It was all they recovered DNA from the battle with Thanos there at the end. So it's only the characters that were involved.
That's
in that
how they got them. They actually went around swabbing the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
God forbid they get the wrong mixture.
Yeah.
And she'll die. She'll die.
Okay.
Her powers
the
will
last
fade.
other thing that I'll say before we have to begin to wrap it as well. American to play Doctor Who, Jack Black. I'd like to see that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Yeah, that's fun. Right, but guys, we're going to go on to our section of the show, which will be our outros. And if you have any geeky recommendations for the week, then let them be known. Starting with Dave. Where can the people find you and what's your recommendation?
So you can find me here on Geek Battle or on Extreme Improv, and check out my YouTube channel, Dave MC Gaming, where my gaming channel, we just had episode 7 of The Magical Adventures of Misty and Mork. It was up on YouTube. Cat was there. He was very disappointed by the ending of the episode. And we have Alien vs. Predator. We have new stuff coming up very soon. And my geek recommendation is, don't watch it. Don't watch The Acolyte. Go watch something else. Like the War Games from Doctor Who. Go watch the final episode with Patrick Trout and the War Games, where something's going on and all these wars are taking place at the same time.
Okay. Dev, where can the people find you?
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch under the name FUUDAT. And my geeky recommendation this week is, starting on the 18th on HBO Max, is the Kite Man animated TV show. It's one of the Harley Quinn show.
Wait, do we get HBO Max in the UK?
No.
I don't know.
Oh. Right, okay. Diz.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You can find me here occasionally, or on the road doing some improv here and there. Or you can go to YouTube and look for Stephen Diz 3000 or Backish Utopia. Those are my 2 YouTube channels that I'm kind of focusing on right now. Also TikTok, Stephen Diz 3000. Please like and subscribe if you're into comic books. Backish Utopia, it's doing pretty well for me, so I'm going to be cranking out some more episodes in the next little bit. Got a new one out that just dropped about the Squadron Supreme and the saga of the Serpent Crown, which is really great. Great read. So look for me on YouTube and enjoy your comics, kids. Hey, kids, comics. There you go. That's it.
Okay. Capelthave.
Which one of us? There's 2 of us, apparently.
True story.
You can find me on Sword Seeds, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. I recently made a sketch about Inside Out. Go check that out. What if, Inside Out ran into, social media and stuff. And also, I've been running polls about a beauty contest between the Disney princesses. The classic era just wrapped up, and the Renaissance era just finished tonight. And the classic era was won by Snow White, and the Renaissance era was taken by Ariel, the Little Mermaid. There's going to be the 2000 edition, and there's going to be 2010's edition. I don't know. If I can find 4 princesses, I'm going to put them in a contest. So check that out as well, and you will expect a sketch every Sunday/Monday. So go check me out there. My recommendation for you guys is, check out the last season of Samurai Jack. If you can't watch the whole season, just check out the last season of Samurai Jack.
Okay. Just before I do me, I can see that Mel has joined. She's definitely on the wrong link. But I've let Mel in. Mel, are you there? Mel,
you're on the
wrong link.
I'm on Geek Battle, apparently. Okay.
Geek Battle, but it was too exciting not to have you on Geek Battle. I think this is your first time.
Yeah.
It's the first time a woman's ever been on here.
Mel, so I'm about to, literally, I was about to do my outro. But Mel, we thank you for your contributions. Where can the people find you?
You can find me at mel.licious on YouTube. Yay, I got here just in time to plug.
Absolutely, that's the main point of it. So my name is David Postansky. You find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky, spelled Pustansky. Follow everything Geek Battle related. Smash that subscribe button on the Geek Battle YouTube channel, as well as on the Extreme Improv YouTube channel. And my recommendation, my geeky recommendation for the week is, I think it's only a few days before Deadpool and Wolverine open, so go see that. And until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. Boom, and we're off the air.
Go see Insider 2!